Hello and welcome to Helen Joy Creates. This video is going to be my process video of following the Inktober challenge for 2020. I've never done an Inktober challenge before, but thought I would at least give it a go. I'm not sure if I'll do it each day or not, but I will certainly try and do a few of them. So for those of you who don't know, Inktober is a drawing or art challenge where you're given the prompt of a word each day through October, and it is up to you to interpret that however you want and come up with something creative. So I thought I would give that a go today, and yeah, I hope you enjoy this video. If you want to join in too, it would be great to see any of your work as well and share ideas. So here goes. So here's the 2020 prompt list, and the first one on the list is fish. So that's what we're going to be doing in this video. So I just bought myself a sketchbook, especially just for Inktober, just an A6 heavy weight paper, and decided I would just go very literal and just do a fish. So here's the video, and I hope you enjoy watching. So as you can see, I just start off with using my pencil just to lightly get an idea of my basic shape and placement, and try and just sketch out where I think I'm gonna place my fish. Once I've got my general sketch lines, I then just slightly more heavily follow over the shape that I'm going to want to put down in pen. So just do it a little more heavily with pencil first before I ink it up. Then go in with my Fineliner. It's my larger one. Oh, I can't remember the size now. I think it's a 0.8 millimeter, just to get the main outline done. Then I use the next size down, which is my 0.45 millimeter pen, just to add the next lot of detail, just adding some scales and a little bit of detail to the tail as well. I was initially gonna do every single scale, but decided that that would just be a bit much and unnecessary too. So decided I would just put a few scales in using the smaller next size down pen, which is I think it's the 0.25 millimeter pen. Just draw a few lines with the pencil just so that I follow the shape of the body getting narrower as I go down. Yeah, and like I was saying, so I decided around the head I put a fair amount of scales to start with, but then on the body just gave a hint of scales as I went down, just putting a few in place. I also just added a little more detail on the fins and the tail with the finer liner as well. Then just rub out all the pencil lines before I colour it in. So I actually ended up trying out a couple of techniques that I've not used before. Just came up with the idea. I didn't want a very strong colour with the marker pens, so I thought I would try picking up some of the ink with a paintbrush and then just brushing it onto my drawing, just so that it had a much more gentle effect, almost watercolour-ish sort of effect, and not be quite as strong. And it just helped to be able to give a bit of shading as the ink sort of wore off the brush and the colour got a bit lighter. So I start with the orange marker colour first, and then as you see later on I add a couple of yellows, a deeper yellow and then a slightly lighter one on top afterwards. I was really happy actually with how this technique worked, and I think I'll definitely try it again and experiment a little more with it just to see what sort of effects I can get from it. I then decided I wanted to fill my paper with a bit more colour, and I've just started using some Stampin' Up stamps and thought I would use one of the stamps to just add some sort of bubbly water effect over my fish. So I do that with the 3 different colours. I got a sort of a deeper blue and then a couple of other sort of more aqua type colours that I add. I realised after I had done this, so I put, as you see, as I'm putting down now, a bit near the face, which didn't quite work. I think my spirals on my notebook got in the way, but I then went over it again in another colour, and I'm wishing I hadn't covered the face. I don't know what you think. You can say in the comments below if you think it would have looked better if I hadn't actually gone over the face of the fish. But what's done is done, and that's all part of art and being creative and learning and experimenting. Because I wasn't so happy with the colour on the face, I did try and see if I could move some of the ink with a wet brush. It didn't really do much at all. I was wondering also if I could just give it a more watery, smudgy look, but it didn't really seem to do anything. I think the ink was too set, but that's okay. So here is my fish. So that is day 1 of Inktober. I'm not sure if I will do each day, but I will certainly try and do a few of these. So watch out for the videos and subscribe to make sure you don't miss out. Thank you for watching.